Okay, so I've got my GoPro Hero 3, the Black Edition here, and if you take a close look here, the HDMI, sorry, not the HDMI, but the USB port has actually come loose. I guess I just tweaked it a little bit. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to learn and show you how to put together or take apart the camera. So obviously I've taken it out of the waterproof case, taken the battery out already, so I'm not going to show you how to do that. You should be able to figure that out on your own. And then basically, first step is you have to get the aluminum case off. That's pretty easy. Just get your fingers underneath. Don't just pry it down like this, because you'll just destroy it. So just work your way around, and you'll see. Okay, so it comes off relatively easy. This is the second time taking it off, so the first time was a little bit more difficult than this. There's actually double-sided tape on the actual faceplate itself and also on the camera. I guess this was probably supposed to stay on the faceplate, but it stuck to the camera. So that's why it gets a little bit difficult. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to need my my Torx T4, and there's 4 screws in the corner here. So just quickly pull those out. Oh. Okay, 1 in each corner. Okay. This last one is going to be a little bit tricky just because the tape went over it. So I'm going to peel the tape back with the screwdriver here, and then you can see it made a little ridge there. So probably what I'll do later is I'll just cut that off with an X-Acto knife or a utility blade or something. Okay, so once you've got all 4 screws out, the next step is pretty simple. Again, you can just use your finger, and you see how that's just popping out there. Just kind of work your way around the camera. You don't want to, again, you never want to pull in one spot, because you could very easily break something. So that should come out. I don't want to reef on it there. Yeah, that should be coming out. For some reason it's not really quite wanting to. Oh, there we go. It was just it was just stuck on a piece of plastic there. Okay. So here we go. So now we got the 2 parts. We've got the body and then the guts. Let's just call it that, okay? Guts have your controller board on there, your lens. There's, I guess, I don't know what the hell that thing is, but anyway. There's, oh shit, that's probably not good for it. Yeah, your lens and everything on here. There's your screen. There's your mode and power button. Okay, so the part that I'm interested in getting at actually is still underneath here. Oh, sorry, underneath here. So that's my loose USB port. And I don't know if maybe I can get in there closely. You can see the 2 tabs there that have most likely broken loose. Yeah, you can see it moving around there. Yeah. So that's gonna have to be resoldered. Okay. Next step here is to very carefully peel back the heat sink. Just peel that back there like that. That just comes off, okay? And then this part here should pop off. There we go. So I just lift it up on this little tab here, and that's sort of what controls or connects the controller to here. Again, I'm not entirely clear on what all these bits are, but I know what I need to get at. So now to peel, take that off. So now there's the heat sink here that has to come off. So again, use your T4. Now these screws are probably going to be different from the screws you took out of the corners. So you want to keep those separate. and label them if you can. Okay, so there you go. That comes off. Just place that over there. I'm just going to leave the screws right in there. And then there's another, so I guess the lens control and everything here. So I need to take, again, oh, now we're at what looks like Phillips. Okay, so we've got a T4 up in the corner, up here. Okay, oh, so that one was pretty easy. And then what appears to be down the bottom here is two Phillips. So I'm just going to change my screwdriver here. Two Phillips. Okay, so I use my Phillips here. 00. Get out these bottom screws. I'm going to put them with the T6, sorry, the T4. There we go. This should get me. Okay. Now that part there. Oh, yeah. There's a little piece there. I don't want to lose that. I don't know what the hell it does. And there's another control bit here. So you can see there's another panel there. So try peeling it off the board. Yeah, that was easy. Okay. Oh, there's my USB port that just fell out there. Okay. So next up, what I'm going to do is, because I'm not very well versed with these things, is, yeah, you can see that the USB port just came basically right off. So there's a local shop that does cell phone repair, and I'm going to bring it to them and see if they can solder that back on there for me. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with a soldering gun, so instead of screwing it up, I'm going to see if I can get these guys to do it for me. Okay, so I just got back from my local cell phone repair shop, and so basically it can't be easily repaired. What happened was the USB port, so that's where the USB port plugs into. You can see there's one left of the pads, that little metal strip right there. All the rest of them got ripped off when I plugged it in. I'm not really sure why it happened. Like, I didn't plug it in forcefully or anything, so it's kind of frustrating this happened. But anyway, it's happened. So I'm gonna try putting it back together and then contact GoPro and see what they have to say about it. I bought this in January, and it's June right now, so it's not even really 6 months old. I may not have even bought it in January. It might have been February. Anyway, so all right, here we go. We're gonna put her back together. Okay, so we're oriented the way that it was when we took it apart. Again, lens is up top. Now, if I remember correctly, this piece went here, and we had a T4 up in the corner. What's going on here? There we go. So it just slides in there. We had a T4 in the corner and two Phillips down the bottom. And my screwdriver still has the Phillips. Oh, and I almost forgot this little piece goes on there. So anyway, my screwdriver is still set up for Phillips. So I will take the Phillips. And put her right in there. Screw her down. Okay, I'll take the next one. same thing. Okay. You don't want to over screw them. And then I'll pop the Phillips out and I'll replace it with the T4 here. I'll take the T4 screw, stick it up in the top corner there, and finish off the job with this. Okay, so I just ran into a bit of an issue. So this post right here is actually spinning. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to hold it down with these pliers and then tighten it down. Okay, there we go. No problem. Okay, don't forget, I'm going to reconnect our control panel here. Okay, easily done. The heat sink goes on top of the lens. Be careful, so you can see there's some heat sink paste on there. You don't want to really touch that or gunk that up or do anything, because that's pretty important stuff. That's basically what keeps your camera from overheating. So again, 4 T4s in the top. Trying to keep your screwdriver out of the gunk. Okay. There we go. And then again, there's another control bit here. So these ribbons are really easy. You just find where they go, slide them around, and they snap on, just like that. Okay. And just again, slide this copper tape back down. Okay, just gonna slide my USB port back on there just because it's okay. So the camera's almost back together. Last thing to do, take the guts, put it back into the case, making sure it's oriented properly. Okay, which in this case it is. Slide her back down, and it should just snap, crackle, and pop back into place there. Okay, and then again we've got 4 T4s that just go up in the top in each one of the corners. Slide those into their respective places. Okay. Okay. And then the last thing, all that's left to do, is just put the faceplate back on. And it won't power up. Well, let's see if I have any juice at all left in that battery. But I don't think it'll power up because I don't have any power. But we'll see what happens. Okay, put that in. And yeah, no the battery's totally dead. So anyway, you can see again, there's the USB port that's crooked and jammed in there. I'll try talking to GoPro and see what they have to say. From what I'm understanding, they are pretty good with this kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, actually, you know what? It wasn't that difficult to take it apart and do anything you need to do with it. Strip it down and do whatever you want. I don't know. It was pretty easy. Probably took me, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes total to take it apart and 3 minutes to put it back together. So yeah, don't be too scared. Give it a shot.